Introducing first, being accompanied by Zeb Coulter. From Perry, Oklahoma, weighing in at 260 pounds, he is a real American, Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger has been so impressive since his return here after a 6-month hiatus that General Manager Booker T of SmackDown had, well, no choice but to put him in this match here tonight in the Elimination Chamber. John, for the first time, Jack Swagger will step inside the belly of the beast. You've been inside the chamber before. What is going through Swagger's mind as he approaches the structure for the first time?
You're hoping you survive enough to win. Look, Jack Swagger has more pins in one calendar year than anybody in the history of the NCAA. He finds a way to win. This is something completely new, and this is awe-inspiring the first time you're in it.
And again, you can only eliminate people via pinfall or submission. No countouts or disqualifications in this match.
Well, Jack Swagger knows all that, but I think the unknown and the wild card in this equation is going to be Zeb Coulter, who we heard from last week for the first time.
When I hold the microphone, I hold the power. When I use this microphone, I use it to shower you with truth. This man speaks the truth. This man is a great American, and if you have any type of respect for your country, you will stand up and give it to him. This man, Zeb Coulter.
Thank you very much, Jack. I wouldn't have it any other way, because you have to realize where you are. We are in a den of inequity. We are in New Orleans, Louisiana. And on the eve of President's Day, I can't help but think about one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, and the Louisiana Purchase. And I can't help but think how disappointed and how ashamed he would be to see what became of it and what's become of our once great nation. Together, we will make things right, because tonight, in this chamber, a real patriot, a real American will set things straight, and he will win one for the good guys. Mark my words, tonight marks the beginning of a Jack Swagger America. We the people.
The people. We the people. We the people.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 323 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Kane!
I wonder if Kane will fit in a Jack Swagger's America. Kane making his 5th appearance inside the Elimination Chamber, but you heard how much this night means to Kane. He's never been a part of a main event at WrestleMania. This is his opportunity.
The road to WrestleMania goes through this barbaric structure. What a price to pay, but what a reward it is if you're the survivor.
Well, you said it, it's a barbaric structure, and I don't know if there's going to be anyone inside that structure any more barbaric than this big red monster.
Jack Swagger has already been locked in one Lexan pod. Kane will be locked in one of the others. Before tonight, 44 superstars have entered this structure. This is the 16th Elimination Chamber match.
You see that steel chain being put around and padlocked in place.
From Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 412 pounds, he is the world's strongest man, Mark
Henry has returned with a vengeance. He said for 9 months he was forced to watch. For 9 months, frustration built up to a fury that no one will be able to escape from. For Mark Henry, tonight marks his first ever appearance inside Elimination Chamber.
6 billion people on this planet plus, and that right there is the strongest in the world.
I'm interested to see how Mark Henry is going to fit in those Lexan pods.
Well, that shirt that Mark Henry's taking off said it all. Bent on destruction. You know, he's capable of bending this entire steel structure here, I think.
You got to wonder if these superstars are suffering through any butterflies, any nervousness, perhaps even panic as they're locked inside those chambers, those pods.
Well, let me just say this. If Mark Henry had butterflies right now, they'd be the size of eagles. Look at this guy.
John, there always has to be an uneasiness as you walk into this structure.
Not only uneasiness, look who's in the structure right now. You got the big red monster Kane. You've got Jack Swagger out here with Zeb Coulter. That's enough of itself right there. And now the world's strongest man, all in this barbaric structure. All hell is going to break loose. I can't wait to watch. And glad I'm watching and not in it.
He is the Apex Predator, Randy Orton!
On the Elimination Chamber pre-show tonight, exclusively on WWE app, WWE.com, Facebook, and YouTube. Randy Orton, well, he said that tonight the world is going to find out how dangerous he is. Randy Orton, for the 5th time, will step inside the Elimination Chamber. Orton and Mark Henry have been involved in some battles over the past couple of weeks.
Few people have lived up to their potential when they come out as Wunderkinds. Randy Orton is one of those guys who not only lived up to it, but the 9-time WWE champion has exceeded it.
Well, if Randy Orton can get any more dangerous tonight than he has been in the past, that's going to be scary. But you know what, JBL, you said somewhere here tonight, once this match starts, all hell's going to break loose. Well, when all hell breaks loose, I think that favors Kane.
So Randy Orton is going to be the 4th and final superstar to be locked in the Lexan pods. That means it'll be Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho who will start this match tonight. Every 4 minutes or so, another superstar will enter the chamber. Once you're pinned or you submit, you're eliminated. You head back to the locker room, the last man standing. A first-class ticket to the main event against the world champion at WrestleMania.
What an unbelievable reward, but what a price these guys are about to pay to get to WrestleMania for one of them.
Here's a man who knows something about winning inside the Elimination Chamber. Last year, he made his first ever appearance, and he won, taking the world title all the way to WrestleMania.
The world's toughest vegan.
His tag team partner, his tag team champion partner, Kane, already locked inside the pod, but a reminder, it is every man for himself tonight.
But if recent history means anything, and I think it does, Daniel Bryan is on a Elimination Chamber roll. Hi there to his partner, Kane. He said he's going to watch Kane's back. Kane said he's going to watch his own back.
You stared at Kane.
Oh! Oh!
Jericho!
Guys, it just keeps getting better and better.
WWE. In fact, no man in the history of the world has ever stepped inside the Elimination Chamber more times than Chris Jericho. Tonight marks Jericho's 8th appearance. He has eliminated more men than anybody else. He's eliminated 10 in his career. And in 2010, Chris Jericho won the Elimination Chamber to win the World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, Jericho has to go wire to wire to complete that feat.
Chris Jericho has defeated the likes of The Undertaker, Triple H, and unfortunately, me.
And there's no shortage of confidence in that young man. Chris Jericho, I can assure you, feels right now like he is going to come out the victor in this Elimination Chamber match.
And an exclusive on WWE.com last week, Chris Jericho said that, quote, "I feel better than ever.
He looks better than ever.
The Elimination Chamber is my campground. It's my pool. It's my playground." That's how at home Jericho feels inside this structure.
It's hard to believe anybody would call this place home. Chris Jericho might do just that.
The Elimination Chamber match is underway. The winner to face the world champion at WrestleMania. For just the 4th time in the 11-year history of this event, gold is not on the line in this matchup. This is to become #1 contenders. Jericho and Bryan will start. They'll go one-on-one for 4 minutes before the next superstar enters the chamber. What type of strategy would you use to start this matchup off like these two are?
Survive. Simply survive. There's nothing in this. Michael, you saw him setting this up earlier in the day. There's nothing in this structure that doesn't hurt.
Well, Mark Henry will hurt when he comes into the ring, there's no doubt.
You can't win this Elimination Chamber when it's one-on-one before everybody else is still in their pods. You can lose it. The key is survive.
You're right, and JBL says when you're talking about survival, if these two guys can last this first 4 minutes, then the entire dynamics of this match changes once a third superstar is added to the equation.
It turns into a triple threat match, really, is what it does, as Jericho looks to roll Bryan on his belly. Bryan now going for the no-lock. Remember, if Jericho taps out here, then Jericho would be eliminated. And Jericho doing a great job countering the no-lock by Daniel Bryan. Jericho again looking for the walls of Jericho, trying to roll Bryan on his belly. Great counter by Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton patiently awaiting his entrance into the chamber.
What would we have done if Daniel Bryan had been victorious and made Jericho tap out? Would we have just sat here and waited for the 4 minutes?
It gives Bryan a little bit of rest.
And Daniel Bryan would have stood there and gloated. It would have been the GOAT gloat for 4 minutes.
The first ever Elimination Chamber match happened back at Survivor Series in 2002. That was an historic night when Shawn Michaels returned from a near 5-year hiatus to win the World Heavyweight Championship. What a special night that was. JBL, you were involved in 2008 in Las Vegas with the likes of Jericho and Shawn Michaels and others.
Jericho was the one who eliminated me.
I guess that's something you'll never forget.
Well, there you see it. Watch this. Daniel Bryan thinking that he's going to bring Jericho out onto that steel-grated floor. That's someplace you definitely don't want to be. Talk about how dangerous this structure is.
See, you're looking through the nearly 2 miles and 6 tons of chain that surround this chamber. And look at Daniel Bryan going to try to wrestle Jericho down on the steel grating to try to get the no-lock in. That submission maneuver. Jericho wisely staying on his knees. And back and forth we go. Swagger's ready.
You better be.
And Bryan head first off that chain.
Well, this is such a demonic structure. I'm surprised. You know, that Chris Jericho, he's got a little bit of an evil streak in him. I'm surprised he doesn't want to get Daniel Bryan out there on that steel. And use it to his advantage a little more.
Jericho into the cover, hook of the leg on Bryan, and Chris Jericho, who, because he entered last, really is the #1 position in this matchup. He has a little history behind him, King. 3 times over the years, the first entry into this match has won the Elimination Chamber. history there of going wire to wire, which Jericho must do as we await now the
Who's it going to be?
third entrant
Who's it going to be?
into the chamber match.
Oh, this is it.
This
Eerie
is
tension
great.
right here.
And it's the Real American, Jack Swagger, who rushes out of the pod and goes right after Jericho. Jack Swagger looking to make a major statement here tonight.
Well, you're right. I just kept glancing up at Swagger during that first 4 minutes, and he was like a caged animal in there. It was as if he just couldn't wait to get involved in this match.
It's not like Jack Swagger needed an extra edge, but that Zeb Coulter has gotten this young man's head.
Oh, Swagger with a Swagger bomb. Cover, hook of the leg on Jericho, who kicks out. Coulter looking on. Swagger saying that a Real American doesn't take handouts. He doesn't sit around and wait for something to happen. A Real American takes what he wants, and that's what Swagger plans to do tonight as he drives Bryan into the steel.
Swagger is very passionate about his belief in what he believes is his America.
Yeah, so is Zeb, apparently.
And again, Bryan driven off that chain.
Zeb's a brilliant guy. I know Zeb very well, obviously. He's also a very disturbing person.
Oh, and now Swagger off the chain link as Daniel Bryan. Did Swagger connect with Bryan there? I thought Bryan moved out of the way. I guess not. And Swagger now.
Oh, look at this. Ow.
Daniel Bryan's face.
All of the weight of Jack Swagger, that knee driving Daniel Bryan's face down into the steel.
And there's no give in that steel grate.
Everything in there hurts.
Jericho! So does that.
Especially that. Jericho said, well, I think I've had enough of this All-American American.
And Jack Swagger, a 6-time world champion. Record 9-time Intercontinental champion. And listen to the 15,000 plus here tonight in New Orleans. All these WWE fans behind Jericho. Jericho. Oof. Triple H has won more Elimination Chamber matches than anyone in history. He's won 4. John Cena has won 3. Edge has won 2. Those 3 are the only multiple-time winners inside the chamber. Jericho looking to join them as he goes shoulder first off the chain link.
Jack Swagger wants to get his name on that winner's list.
Remember, Swagger, a former world champion as well. Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank winner. Swagger, he just looks more vicious than I've ever seen him before.
I think Zeb Coulter has built a fire under this young man that may be hard to put out.
You talk to these guys about their belief. There's a passion and a fervor there that is palpable. It's unbelievable.
And there's a Daniel Bryan with a running knee, and Swagger bounces head first.
I agree with you, JBL. I don't even know what palpable means. But I know you're right.
And now Daniel Bryan refocuses his attack on Jericho. Not one person has been eliminated yet.
Oh, the big knee off the top.
That hurts.
You hear that? You hear Jericho bouncing off the steel? Now Daniel Bryan starting to fire up. He looked right into his eyes of his tag team partner Kane as he went up to the top rope. Daniel Bryan looking to fly.
We got a flying goat.
Whoa! Nobody home as Jericho rolls out of the way. Now he looks to take advantage. Will Bryan be the first one to head to the showers? Not there.
I don't know about you guys, but did you see that look that Daniel Bryan gave to Kane? I don't think he was worrying about Kane's back as he was climbing that top rope. Do you? This is going to be every man for himself.
Well, it's all about getting to WrestleMania. Who will be the 4th man to enter the chamber tonight? And here comes the big red monster.
Oh, no.
Daniel Bryan's tag team partner, Kane. What happened to the tag team champions?
Unfortunately, the only man on his feet at the time was Chris Jericho, and that's who the monster went for.
And now he goes after Jack Swagger. Follows it up the 325-pounder. And now the tag team champs working as a team.
And man, was that effective.
Well, Bryan and Kane continue to work together. It's not going to look good for Swagger and Jericho, I'll tell you that.
You're right about that.
Kane to Swagger.
It's a matter of survival. Work with whoever you have to get to the end.
Yeah, the important thing right now is eliminations. Get rid of somebody.
Oh, did you hear that? Hey, now Daniel Bryan, he's looking to pin his own partner. You can't trust anyone in this matchup.
World's toughest vegan, not the world's smartest vegan.
Maybe he just went after the last man standing there. He's trying to tell Kane, calm down. Remember Dr. Shelby.
Yeah, let's hug it out inside the chamber.
I think Kane might be agreeing with you, JBL.
We're about to get anger management 101.
And Kane.
Yes! No! Yes! No! Yes! No!
Oh! I don't know what Daniel Bryan's thinking when he does that.
I don't either.
Oh, and Daniel Bryan.
That's what he's thinking.
Exactly. And Daniel Bryan taking it to his partner. Every man for himself.
Daniel Bryan's thinking about WrestleMania. And he knows that only one ticket's going to be punched at the end of this match, and he wants it to be his.
Well, listen, I mean, Daniel Bryan won in the chamber last year. He was world champion. He took that title to WrestleMania. He now knows how important this night is. Uh-oh.
That's right. Got him by the beard? No. Throat blow? No, he doesn't have him at all.
Uh-oh. Vintage Kane with a sidewalk slam. Inside leg hooked and Bryan at 2. Swagger and Jericho, yes, are still in this matchup. They've just been laid out by Bryan and Kane as these two tag team champions battle one another.
Swagger definitely laid out. Jericho maybe watching, sort of playing the little possum over here. I don't blame him for watching this with glee.
It's a smart thing to do.
No, there's Jericho.
And Jericho back in the equation. Daniel Bryan up high.
Picking a spot.
Kane is going to the top rope, although this is not going to be good. Daniel Bryan better start yelling no, because he was just wiped out.
Looks like the Road Warriors.
And now Swagger back into the ring. Goes for the cover. Tries to steal one here. Bryan kicks out at 2.
That's what you got to do. You pick the bones.
Smart move by Swagger. Jack Swagger said that history is written by the victors. Swagger wants to make history here tonight.
Two huge superstars going at it right now.
Swagger 6'7", 260. Kane nearly 7 foot, 325.
Whoa!
And there's a suplex by the big red monster. Into the cover. Hook to the leg and a kick out. I almost said he floated into the cover, but Kane doesn't float. And here's Jericho.
It looked like Swagger landed really hard and awkwardly on the back of his neck. And we're about 5 seconds away from somebody else entering this chamber.
Yeah, we're awaiting entry number 5. No one's been eliminated yet. It is time for the world to find out how dangerous Randy Orton can be. The WWE's Apex Predator is in the hunt.
And let me tell you something. A French Viper can be very dangerous. Wow.
There goes Swagger. Orton, a 9-time world champion.
Swagger's leg may be hurt bad.
This is what's tough about these matches. The guy who comes in is the fresh guy.
Are you guys surprised we've had no eliminations thus far?
Quite frankly, a little bit.
6 former world champions battling it out.
That's the reason you have it, Michael. You've got these world champions. They know how to survive. They know what it's like to try to get to WrestleMania. They know what it's like, some of them, to headline WrestleMania.
And what's great, we've seen it all so far. We saw a regular match. We saw that go into a triple threat. Saw that go to a fatal 4-way, and now...
No, this doesn't end well. This doesn't end well.
Randy Orton go behind. Kane bounced off the chain link. And again, you notice bodies are strewn everywhere here, all because of the assaults of Randy Orton. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good.
Well, this is how dangerous Randy Orton can be.
He did it! Steal it!
How dangerous that still is. Randy hurt himself.
Yeah.
Much less what he did to Kane.
Well, that's what the environment inside this chamber is like.
I don't see how Kane can survive that. But how can Orton cover him?
Randy Orton entered at number 5. 5 winners in Elimination Chamber history have come from that spot, number 5. Orton hopes to make it 6 here tonight.
See Randy Orton be very smart. He grabbed Jack Swagger and then immediately glanced over both shoulders. You got to watch your back at all times. Kane especially, because now we know that Daniel Bryan's not watching his back.
Jericho and Bryan over in the other corner. Orton now with Jack Swagger. And Jericho as well. Jericho up top. What do we have here? Are we going to have dueling superplexes?
I don't know if these guys know each other's up there.
Superplex to Swagger.
Oh!
Save to Bryan.
Man, did they land on each other? That was close. Everybody's down.
And there's the last man who will enter this fray. The 400-pound Mark Henry.
He's got to be licking his chops right now. Oh, he's thinking, if only that clock would wind down right now. Let me in there.
Yeah,
Let me at him.
Mark Henry cannot wait to get in this matchup, and the reason why, all 5 men are laid out. Mark Henry gets into the match here. He can wipe them all off the map. Mark Henry could march to WrestleMania.
What an opportunity.
How much time's left before Henry gets his hands on him?
Mark Henry, who is bent on destruction. Frustration beginning to build for the world's strongest man.
Yeah, because he sees his opportunity. It is a golden opportunity.
WrestleMania's lying right in front of Mark Henry, and he can't get to it.
Oh, baby.
He's got to wait just 7 more seconds. Mark Henry's about to come out of the Lexan pod like a raging bull.
Road to WrestleMania. Here we go.
Somehow I got a feeling we're about to see somebody
And here
eliminated.
comes Mark Henry. Henry stomping into the ring.
Oh.
Goes for Jericho. Now Orton.
Oh, those massive headbutts.
And again to Orton. Mark Henry's a poster boy for annihilation.
Those shirt said he's been on destruction. He's doing some destroying right now.
Daniel Bryan, world's strongest slam. Here's the cover. Bryan eliminated. He joins the Hall of Pain. Daniel Bryan's got to head back to the locker room. Only 5 men remain.
One of these 5 men goes to WrestleMania.
And now Mark Henry
The chance of a lifetime.
has turned his attention to his arch rival, Randy Orton.
What's that, Randy? Right down.
Lexan! The force of Mark Henry driving Orton through the pod. A hellacious explosion. Listen to this.
That's got to be it for Orton.
Randy Orton stunned. And now Kane will try his fare against Mark Henry.
How in the world is Kane on his feet now?
I have no idea. But back and forth we go. 2 former world champions. Kane into the corner. Here comes Mark Henry, the big man, sidestepped by Kane. Over 700 pounds of mass.
It's a miracle, as you said, that Kane is even on his feet, but not only is he on his feet, he's giving Mark Henry everything Henry can handle.
Look at this. Kane trying to get Mark Henry off his feet. Kane coming off the top rope. Mark Henry catching Kane. Look at the strike. Oh, strongest slam. That is incredible. Henry's eliminated Kane. We are down to 4.
15 years Kane has waited to headline WrestleMania. The dream is spoiled again, but not for one of these guys. That's how important this is.
Now Mark Henry begins to prey on Chris Jericho. Mark Henry, I thought he was the the favorite coming into this thing, and he hasn't disappointed.
Yeah, and to come out last like that, all plays to Mark Henry's favor.
Landing badly on that wrist. Every time a part of your body touches that steel, it's hurt. Every time Mark Henry's big knee touches your jaw, that hurts as well.
And again, the strength of Mark Henry. What's he going to do here with Chris Jericho?
No.
And now it's Mark Henry bounced off the steel. And Chris Jericho and Jack Swagger going to work together.
Kidding me?
Henry spine first.
Brilliant strategy. Get rid of the biggest threat. That's Mark Henry.
Yeah, but Jericho and Swagger working together.
Strange alliances, guys.
Uh-oh, Mark Henry, you got to be
This
kidding
is
me.
what WrestleMania means. This.
No way! Are they going to do that?
God, no.
Somebody cover him! You got to take advantage of that.
Somebody cover anybody.
No kidding.
Oh my God, did you hear the thud that Mark Henry's 400-pound frame? Watch this.
Almost feel sorry for the elimination chamber on this one.
You got to hand it to Swagger and Jericho. I don't know how they got Mark Henry up and over.
They both got hurt too with the force of Henry coming over the top and landing on the steel.
Look at that.
And now, well, every man for himself. Jericho quickly turns on Swagger. And now Chris Jericho going to go up top. Here's the cover. Cover and Swagger stays alive.
What a price you pay to head to WrestleMania. And every bit of it's worth it. Somebody's dream's gonna come true. Oh. Chance of a lifetime. One of these guys is going.
Swagger trying to get Jericho up. Jericho fighting. And
look at
wanting to go
this.
to the walls of
Look at
Jericho.
Got to roll Swagger on his belly.
Oh.
Great counter by Swagger.
Swagger, after all the beating that he's absorbed, still enough strength left in the lower body to block those walls of Jericho. And look out here.
Jericho with a running bulldog. Swagger is in position here.
This is where experience has to be a factor. Jericho's been in 8 of these things. He's won 1. He's eliminated more people than anyone else in the history of Elimination Chamber.
Oh no!
Henry!
Oh no!
Jericho went for the lion salt. Mark Henry caught him. Jericho launched into the chain link.
Man.
That's what I do!
First.
Mark Henry said it should be illegal for a man like him to compete in the Elimination Chamber match. I echo that opinion.
And I guarantee you Jericho's thinking the same thing right now.
Sends Jericho into Swagger, flattening both.
They're about to carry him off like cordwood, boys.
Mark Henry has eliminated both men that have gone so far in this matchup, Bryan and Kane. Orton is he may be unconscious in the pot after being driven through.
Let's go back and look at why Mark Henry is targeting these two individuals. Wow, right there. Chris Jericho and Jack Swagger teaming up to bounce the massive body of Mark Henry off the steel.
Oh no.
I think this is a matter of time.
Jericho and Swagger are stacked, and Mark Henry.
Somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah, dangerous here. Mark Henry, 400-pound frame, going up to the second rope.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mark.
Nobody home.
Whoa.
And now Swagger. And Jericho. Power.
Look at that.
Henry's still up.
Look at.
And look who else is up.
Oh, KO.
Randy Orton is back.
The big man has been slain. That was a team effort. Jericho, Swagger, and Orton with the RKO for an exclamation point. We are down to 3 men. Either Orton, Jericho, or Swagger will be going to WrestleMania.
This is a matter of attrition. This is simply a matter of who can last to be the survivor in the Elimination Chamber.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. This is shocking. Huge boot from Jack Swagger. Mark Henry turns right into the code breaker, but this is the coup de grace right here. Whoa, RKO from Randy Orton, and the Viper covers.
And we mentioned a team effort.
I just felt that, as we were sitting here watching it, I felt that this was going to be Mark Henry's night, and now he's gone.
Well, listen, Henry was so impressive, and it took 3 superstars to eliminate that man.
And look at the 3 superstars. The worse for wear. There's nobody on their feet in this entire Elimination Chamber.
You've got a combined 17 world titles between the 3 men in the ring right
Listen
now.
to the WWE Universe giving Mark Henry an ovation because that was impressive. Wait a minute, Mark.
Oh, no, where's he going
Wait
now?
a minute, Mark.
Somebody's got to get Henry out of the chamber.
Yeah, you go do it.
Yeah,
No way.
go, Michael.
Mark Henry, longest slammed to Swagger. Henry
Get him out of there. Get him out of there.
Destruction.
Look at the officials. They're all talking to him, but nobody's gonna get in there.
Record-setting inductees into the Hall of Pain tonight. There's SmackDown's general manager Booker T and his assistant Theodore Long.
Stay out of there, Booker. Stay out of there.
Booker T had to do something. Did not want to threaten the integrity. He didn't want to threaten the integrity of this matchup. For the general manager Booker T, he had to do something. He had to come out here.
Great job by Booker T. Greatest general manager in sports. That's how you handle things. That's how you let it happen. That's how you let it solve in the chamber.
But King, here's the problem now. 3 men left in the chamber match. Chance to go to WrestleMania. Mark Henry's done, well, who knows what type of damage.
Well, he has done a lot of damage, but I started to say the only good thing, if there is anything good to come out of this, these men are on a level playing field now. They're all damaged.
The will to win. Which superstar will have it? Swagger looks to put Orton away. Randy Orton stays alive. This is crunch time.
This is a matter of guts. This is a matter of who's going to dig down the deepest and head to WrestleMania.
Now Jack Swagger trying to gain the upper hand, and Jericho fighting back as well. Now Orton and Jericho.
Yeah, look at this.
Strange allegiances.
Oh, Swagger head first.
Oh, man!
His shoulder crashed into the steel ring post, but his head crashed into that chamber wall. Did you hear that?
Yeah, with Swagger down and out, now Orton and Jericho turn their attention to one another.
This mistake. They should finish off Swagger while they have a chance and then fight it out.
I agree wholeheartedly.
And this past year's WrestleMania, Jericho battled the WWE champion CM Punk. This year he's looking for a ticket against the world champ. Shoulder knockdowns by Jericho. Now it's Randy Orton.
Don't forget, Jericho was the first one in here. Jericho's been in there a better part of a half hour.
Drop kick right off the kisser.
Oh my God.
Orton slithering toward the cover.
Jericho's out.
Hooks the leg, shoulders are down. Jericho surviving.
What? Are you kidding me?
Now Swagger back in the equation momentarily. Power slam by Orton. Power slam.
What a performance by Randy Orton.
Randy Orton dealing out some damage now.
This third-generation Star Wolf says he's going to head to WrestleMania.
Look at Swagger fighting with everything he's got to get out of there.
Jericho! Cover! Hooks the leg! And did he? No, he didn't get it.
Orton's up.
Yeah, Orton got the shoulder up before the count of 3. Near fall for Jericho.
What a battle.
3 men left. This is sudden death. You get pinned or submit. You head back to the locker room.
Code breaker, but he's
by Jack Swagger. Hook of the leg now on Jericho.
What an incredible match.
Boy, and this Jack Swagger is so impressive here tonight.
Swagger went for the Swagger bomb. He caught Orton. He's going to the Patriot lock. That's the ankle lock. The Patriot Act, he calls it now. Trying to roll Orton on his belly. Randy Orton's on his belly. Patriot Act is locked in.
Oh my gosh, he may break his ankle.
Look at how Randy Orton's ankle is turned completely around.
Oh!
Jericho Enziguri to the back of the head.
Whoa!
And now it's Swagger going after Jericho. Picks the ankle. Now it's Jericho who's in a predicament here.
I'm not sure why Jericho would have broke that up.
Hey,
Jericho
I think it was pure instinct.
tries to counter.
As is this.
Into the walls. Will Swagger
he's got him! He's
tap?
got him!
Will
Jericho's got him!
Swagger tap? Swagger's still on his side though. Jericho's got to get him right over onto his belly.
What are you doing, Randy?
And Orton's not going to allow it to happen. It's about pride. It's about individual pride, folks. Hook of the leg on Jericho. Randy Orton and Jericho kicks out.
Yeah, but swallow your pride. This is
That's
about
right.
WrestleMania,
It's about-
Michael.
It's about eliminations.
Swagger sent flying. Randy Orton's got Jericho and Swagger where he wants him. Look at the slick smile on the face of
Now
Orton.
Orton has the situation well in hand. Literally. Two heads bounced off the canvas. Who are you going to cover?
And listen to this place. WrestleMania fever in New Orleans.
15,669 people are on their feet. They're feeling it just like Randy Orton is.
Well, Randy Orton told the world, he told the WWE Universe, you're going to see just how dangerous I can be.
Randy Orton pointed to the WrestleMania side. Went for the RKO. Covered the Lion Salt. RKO to Jericho. Got it down to two. Jack Swagger from behind. Shoulders down. Swagger got him.
He got him.
Swagger did it.
Swagger's going to WrestleMania.
Your winner and #1 contender, Jack Swagger.
This is shocking.
Jack Swagger shocks the world tonight. Jack Swagger conquers the belly of the beast. Jack Swagger is going to WrestleMania.
Jack Swagger America, just like Zeb Coulter said, has started. Welcome to Jack Swagger's America.
In Zeb Coulter's world, Swagger wins one for the good guys tonight. Jack Swagger becomes the 6th man to win the Elimination Chamber in his debut inside the structure.
I'd have never called this one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable match.
And look at the remnants, look at the scars of the battle.
That genius Zeb Coulter's got inside this boy's head, and they are headed to WrestleMania.